Well, we're here at the Abbey Hotel in Donegal town for the launch of Gareth Britton's new sports brand Briga, a new and exciting venture for the young entrepreneur from Donegal town. We've been joined by a number of friends and family, of course, from the sporting world, and we'll also have some sports stars modelling the new brand Briga here in the Abbey Hotel. Well, the man himself, Gareth Britton, a busy man. Good to grab you just before things officially get underway here. Gareth, wonderful turnout and a hugely exciting night for you here.
Yeah, thank God, Charlie. Great turnout tonight, and we're delighted to finally get to this stage after the amount of time and effort we put into this to get the brand finally launched. It's been a long 3 years to get it to where it is, so finally there, and delighted to be here tonight to get it off the ground.
Just give us a bit of a background as to why you thought this was the right way to go, because you're taking on the big guys when you introduce your own brand.
Yeah, I suppose it's going back probably to the late 2009, 2010 time. We actually had Carl Lacey working for us at the time. He was on the road, sales repping, selling to clubs and schools and the likes. And it was around that period that we recognised a lack of Irish club colours within the big brands like Adidas and Puma and etc. They seem to cater a lot for the core colours, but with the size of the brands that they are, they don't necessarily class Ireland as a big market. So they wouldn't have had a lot of Irish colours like your greens and your golds and your ambers and sky blues and stuff like that within the range. So that was probably the kind of eureka moment to say, listen, we need to possibly look further into this.
Yeah. Having one of those moments is one thing. Actually turning it into reality that we have here this evening is a completely different challenge.
Yeah, I suppose that was the big challenge, and I suppose it was probably the end 2010, 2011 we started possibly looking at it, but it was really, really early stages. So first of all, we had to kind of figure out where we actually can source this product, etc. So we eventually met a few people in Germany at some trade fairs, and that's where the ball got rolling. Back in 2013 is when we actually found a couple of suppliers that would make the quantities we wanted to make and make the colours we wanted to make. And from the end to now, it's probably just over 3 years, and we're ready to go here now.
Tell us, is there significance in the name Briga? Where's that coming from?
Believe it or not, there is a bit of a significance in it. It's linked to my own name, and it was pure by chance that we actually came up with it. We were brainstorming for weeks and weeks, and we just couldn't get that exact name that we wanted to get. And one of the girls in the shop mentioned a sports brand that we used to stock in the shop. It was called Zoka, which was named after two girls called Zoe and Claire. So that's where we started playing around with the name Britton Gareth, and that's where the BRI from Britton and the GA from Gareth. It's got a nice Irish twang to it as well. So
it has a nice ring to it, because obviously Nike's is one runs off the tongue, Adidas, Puma you mentioned, they're all short and to the point, but they're instantly recognisable. That's where you want to be in a year or two's time.
Well, a year or two is very positive thinking there, Charlie. So if we're there in 3-4 years' time, and I mean competing up there, we know we're starting at a point where we need to start, but we're hoping to build it and grow the brand over the next few years anyway.
And finally, Gareth, you're a young man who came into business at a difficult and trying time and took on the challenge and expanded the business up to this point. We're told that things are getting slightly better, and that's what all business people want to see and hear. And obviously, if that is the case, then easier to move with the brand.
Yeah, as a man says, I'm in business now quite a while, from the time we took over Tom Cullen's sports shop, 1997 on the main street there, and we've kind of grown that business. And I suppose it's kind of the two of them kind of come hand in hand, so they kind of work together. And as you've said, things are beginning to improve a little bit, and there's a few more sponsors coming on board to sponsor clubs, a bit of gear, and that always helps. So as I say, 4 or 5 years ago, the recession, you could see the sponsorship just wasn't there, and clubs just weren't able to afford gear themselves. So hopefully with a few more businesses opening up and continuing to grow, there'll be people out there sponsoring a bit of sports gear for the clubs.
I'm counting in my head 1997. We're talking, you're going to be in business 20 years next year. You don't look old enough to be in business nearly 20 years, Gareth.
I tell you, there's a few grey hairs coming this year, I'll tell you, after what I've gone through. But in fairness, my sister was along with me at the start, and eventually we brought her out of the business because she went to explore other business opportunities. So it seems, as you say, 20 years in September 2017, so it seems like a long time, but I tell you, where has the time gone?
Yeah. Many congratulations, wonderful launch, and a great chance to take for you. Obviously you love your sport, and I'm sure there's going to be a huge success.
Please God, we'll do our best, and as I say, we'll keep trying to play a bit of sport too, to kind of keep the foot in there as well. Thanks, Charlie.
Well, I'm joined here by Tanya McGroarty, sister of Gareth Britton's, and he mentioned you when he was up on stage there, Tanya, how you and he got together and took over Tom Conahan's sports shop and moved on from there. You must be delighted to be here on a wonderful night for him like this.
Oh, absolutely delighted. He works so hard at what he does. I'm obviously no longer involved in the business anymore, but you know, we're always there in the background to help and support him, and he works 20 hours a day. There's no other way to describe it. It's 7 days a week. We struggle to find time to see him. I have 3 kids, he has 3 nephews, and he's a shadow.
Yeah. Well, I must say, he mentioned to me that it was 1997 when you took over Tom Conahan's shop, and I said to him, I can't believe you're nearly 20 years in business, but he gave you great praise for guiding him in those early years in the right direction.
I don't know about that now. I think we helped each other, and we had a lot of outside help as well. We had great support when we did it initially, and great advice from people, and we worked hard as well. And you know, I had another job at the time, and we decided eventually that it was more going to be Gareth's baby, and he bought me out then. But I've always in the background remained there, and I'm always aware of what's going on in there, and I suppose we talk every day, which people find a bit weird as well. Every day we have a conversation about something, whether it's business or personal or whatever else it is. But it's good to have family around you and a bit of support.
You know, the thought struck me, Tanya, just listening and watching everything going on tonight. I mean, all sports now is a brand that we recognise instantaneously, and that doesn't happen by accident. Briga, I'm sure in a few years' time, maybe sooner than that, will be one. And you only can do that if you plan what you're going to do and you go and do it properly.
The amount of work that Gareth has put into this, like this is, as he said earlier on, this is ongoing for years. And your brand in Briga, he rebranded all sports to make it more of a, not even a nationwide, but a worldwide brand. Yeah. He changed the whole website to allow people to feel that they were buying from a worldwide brand, and I suppose that's what he hopes for Briga down the line, is going to become a worldwide brand. And I think it's important when you're in the teamwear business just not to cater for one market, whether it be Gaelic, soccer, basketball. You need to be all things to all people. Yeah. And in the sporting industry, it's changing so much all the time, and the clubs are so conscious of their costs that they're looking for value for money, and Briga gives them value for money.
And there's so much competition out there, Tanya.
So much competition. And like, you're looking at your Adidas teamwear, and you compare that to the likes of Briga, and you're getting fantastic quality for a fraction of the price or what it's going to cost you to buy the recognised name. And I suppose that's what clubs are looking for now.
Well, the Master of Ceremonies here tonight at the Abbey Hotel is none other than the well-known Noel Cullingham. Noel, nice to see you here, and you're a man who promotes Donegal as often as you possibly can in the best possible way. This is a very exciting evening here.
Oh, it certainly is. As you say, what we're all about is Donegal and promoting Donegal. And this is another aspect of it. It just so happens that it's my nephew who's launching this Briga, and very excited for him. And, you know, sport's important. Sport is very much part of Donegal life. Not just Gaelic, but now we have hurling and golf and soccer and you name it. It's big business. So it's nice to see a young lad starting a new brand, setting up a new business, and it's a kind of an indication that things are getting better. So it's great for the county, great for the town, and great for Gareth as well.
Well, one of the famous faces here tonight for the launch of the new Briga brand, sports brand, is Brian McAniff. Brian, nice to see you along, supporting a fellow South Donegal man.
Why not? In case you wouldn't know, Charlie, his late father was the reserve goalkeeper in the Donegal squad in 1972.
I didn't know that.
And also his late father also played music for me. So I had a double connection with the Brittons before the young lad took over Tom Conahan's shop, and I'm very pleased that he's done as well as he has.
He's done well, and great credit to him for taking on this venture as well. I mean, this is a big deal, launching your own brand.
Well, without a doubt, and I was just pricing a set of jerseys with their own club because we're playing Duncanely, and I think it's tomorrow night in the under-14s, and we don't have a second set for the underage team, so I was pricing a set of jerseys. I'm hoping to cut a good deal when it's soft tonight.
And it's good to see, Brian, a young man like this taking on a venture like this. He's really been an entrepreneur, hasn't he, this young man?
Without a shadow of a doubt, and I've been in the shop several times. He's got a great business sense, there's no doubt about it, but then he didn't pick it up with the stones. Himself and his sister as well, she's very, very good at it.
Absolutely. And anything new for Donegal has to be applauded as well, because we don't get much publicity about things, so this is a good opportunity for us to sing our own praises.
Without a shadow of a doubt. It's great to see someone bringing in a whole new brand of football gear or football stuff, or should I say sports stuff.
Yes, indeed.
I'm so oriented to football, I don't think of anything else, only football, Charlie. But it's great that he has the business acumen to do that there, and I hope everyone in Donegal and in this northwest area will support him, because he's a young man that has a lot to give.
Good to see you here, Brian. Thanks a million.
Thank you, Charlie.
Well, a lot of famous faces here tonight in Donegal Town. Clannish crowd, these Donegal Town crowd, but Barry Munnan's here supporting Gareth Britton's launch here tonight. Fair play to him, Barry, for taking this one on.
Yeah, in fairness, we were just saying down there, to be fair, to take out your own brand, it's a big step, and in fairness to Gareth, it's ever since he started off in business very young, but he hasn't stood still, and he was always, moving forward. He was never afraid to take a risk, and to be fair, when you're moving in the likes of Briga, it's you're taking on all the giants. You're going in the likes of Nike, Adidas. So it's a big step for him. And hopefully you can see yourself. The stuff itself is very good. He's got a very good range of it. He covers a lot of different sports, and I think with his own with all sports and that as well, been very well known throughout, particularly this county. And now I often you even see some of the inter-county guys wearing his gloves this last number of years. When you go into different clubs, particularly in Dublin and all around it, they have the Briga team wear as well. So, and I'd say it's good stuff. So best of luck to him, and I hope that he does very well with it.
Well, with us here tonight, representing the Donegal senior ladies team, is Kate Kinney, local girl here from Four Masters, supporting Gareth Britton, Kate, and supporting his new brand. It's an exciting evening.
Yeah, it's great to be here, and it's great for Gareth to ask me here, and especially because I'm local and Gareth's local. It's great to see someone taking off and starting such a big venture, and Gareth's been brilliant for both the club and the county ladies down through the years, and he always sorts me out with gloves and stuff, especially to wear, and it's brilliant to see someone in the town, especially local.
What's your link here with Gareth Britton, Paddy?
I've known Gareth a long time. I'm actually a second cousin to Gareth, so obviously know him through that. So and obviously know him through the football as well. So yeah, I've known him for a good while.
Yeah. Somebody that's been very supportive of sport and sporting people in the county.
Yeah, definitely. Throughout the years there, were we a big success. Gareth was very generous to the squad, so we were very grateful to him, and continues to support the team.
This is a big venture for him. I mean, taking on the big brands in sport, but it shows the sort of ambition that this young man has.
Yeah, definitely. It's great to see local businessmen, entrepreneurs bringing out new ideas. Definitely good to see some more competitiveness in the market. So all the best to Gareth. Hope it goes really well for him, and no doubt it will.
Well, one of the ambassadors for the new range Briga is Carl Lacey, and a long history with all sports and with Gareth Britton. Carl.
Yeah, without a doubt. I suppose it's great to be here on the night of his big launch. He's put a massive amount of effort into it, and it's great to see it being so successful here tonight. I suppose I was employed by Gareth as a youngster. When I was in secondary school, they employed me part-time on a Saturday to work in a sports shop, and I would let on to further things then. I went out on the road for him as I went into college and stuff, and I spent a good bit of my early days with him, I suppose, and he's a club mate of mine and he's a good friend, and I'm delighted I can help him in any way I can.
Yeah. I'm not sure if you were here when he was talking about you, but he suggested it cost him a fortune to get you on board at the time. eight coffees instead of 6 coffees at that stage.
The rate's cheap, Charlie, so it is. When you get to 30, 31, I'll take anything that's going, to be honest. But no, Gareth's been very good to me in terms of gear, football boots, gloves, whatever you need, he's always there for you. And not just me personally, but all our club team and the county lads as well. He's always there, very close behind the scenes, throwing out free gear to the lads, whatever we need, whether it's as I said, football boots, gloves, rucksacks, you name it. Anything he can do for us, he's always there.
Yeah. And great credit to him for taking on a project like this, Gareth, because this is a big deal, really, isn't it?
Oh, it's huge, huge. You know yourself, the amount of teams that are behind clubs now, from underage right up, and you have to kit them teams out, and every team wants to look the part, and whether it's a t-shirt, a polo shirt, hoodie, everybody's going to spend that bit of money, and it's this is very competitive price to Briga. It's excellent quality gear, and I can see it doing very, very well, not only in Donegal but nationwide.
Yeah, it's certainly going to put Donegal on the map. I mean, we're there in many senses anyway, but for a local man to do this and to sell it nationally and internationally will be a great boost for the county.
Yeah. It's, as you say, sports going massive in the county at the moment. There's we even just look at the different professional sports people, with the likes of Shay Given, Jason Quigley, Mark English, and they're running. Like, it's Donegal's huge profile. Now to see it going into the clothing range and seeing Gareth Britton up there at the top of his game in the sporting industry, it's massive for the county, as you say, and wish him all the best, and hopefully, no doubt that it will go well.
Well, that's it from the Abbey Hotel here in Donegal Town. A fantastic launch of the new sports range Briga, the brainchild of Gareth Britton, local entrepreneur here. It's been a hugely successful night, and there's no doubt that the new brand will be a huge success in the years to come.